The Irish Prime Minister has said the Democratic Unionist Party cannot be allowed to block the Northern Ireland Assembly after the party refused to join a power-sharing administration until, they said, significant changes are made to the Northern Ireland Protocol.
Comes as the Foreign Secretary Liz Truss will meet with a top Democrat later today. The standoff has attracted international input as the Speaker of the House in the US, Nancy Pelosi, said she was deeply concerned that the UK was seeking to unilaterally discard Northern Ireland's post-Brexit trade arrangements.
Let's find out more. Scott Lucas is here to discuss. Scott, a very good morning to you. Just explain to us the motivations of the US. What do they want to happen?
Well, first of all, it is not just Nancy Pelosi, but as you point out, almost all members of Congress, the Biden administration, and indeed most of, and this is important to note, most of the population of Northern Ireland, the majority of Northern Irish businesses, and most Northern Irish parties, which is to keep the Northern Irish protocol of the Brexit agreement and to not risk the Good Friday Agreement, which we've had since 1998, by unilaterally suspending it. And of course, that is what the Johnson government is threatening to do. Hasn't done it, but it's threatening to do by saying we're going to walk away from the Northern Irish Protocol, which would do two things. The first is it would break international law because you're just walking away from the entire Brexit treaty. And second, it would return Ireland to the status of a hard border, which poses security questions, which was the very reason why the UK government went into the Northern Irish Protocol and the Brexit Agreement in the first place.
The UK have insisted this doesn't break international law. They've also said that they're open to quick discussions with the EU to try and find a solution. Is this one of those things where there just isn't a one-size solution that will appease Northern Ireland, the UK, the EU, and also the United States?
Well, I can just deal with this on a factual basis. So first of all, it was the Northern Irish Secretary, Brandon Lewis, who said in the autumn of 2020, when the government proposed something similar, yes, this would be breaking international law. His words, not mine. Secondly, there have been protracted talks between the UK and the EU to avoid the suspension of the Northern Irish Protocol. The EU has extended the grace period before customs checks have put in. The EU has put proposals on the table to reduce the custom checks by at least 50% for manufactured goods and by more than 50% for food items. So it's the UK that is really not accepting the proposals on the table. And I've got to be honest with you, it dates back to December 2019 when Boris Johnson, running for election, said, oh, there is no customs line between the Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Well, there is a customs line there. So it's his denial of something that existed in 2019 that continues to propel his policy today, I think.
The UK government have said that EU proposal to reduce those checks would, according to them, make the situation worse. And they're saying that this agreement that was signed, 3 years ago, it needs to be changed now because the situation internationally has changed with the war in Ukraine, with, the world, certainly the UK, on the verge of recession.
Well, the fundamental issue that causes issues around customs checks is not the Northern Irish Protocol. It's when the UK chose, for political reasons, to leave the European Union, because you have a breaking up of an economic bloc at that point. So if the UK government was really serious about dealing with the economic issue here, rather than risking the stability of the Irish island by walking away from the Northern Irish Protocol, rather than posing further risk to the Northern Irish economy with that instability, it would talk to the EU about getting rid of the customs checks. But how do you do that? You go back to a single European market economically while staying out of the EU politically.
It's an absolute nightmare to unpick, to sort out, negotiations ongoing. And Liz Truss has said, as she has many times to the EU, look, we're open to talking again. Scott Lucas, thank you very much for joining us. Professor of Politics at the University of Birmingham, talking us through there. The US's intervention, Nancy Pelosi and others saying, look, you've got to sort this out because as it currently stands, we don't want to be involved. Really difficult, really challenging.
Yeah.
Quite a lot for a Saturday morning.
Yes, indeed. And some people are saying, hey, stay out of this, Nancy Pelosi, stay out of this, the US. It's nothing to do with you. But the fact is, if you look at the real politics and you want a trade deal with the US, then you've got to listen to what they've got to say.